Randy.
Yes, sir.
I listened to the manifesto and I was looking for a seminal point.
Okay.
Something of game-changing moment. Something that will be on the lips of every Ghanaian. And I struggled to find one. But Randy, I am very sad that the manifesto was very silent on the cocoa sector. In fact, I have tried to comb through the manifesto and to find even just a mention of cocoa, a very important sector of our economy, is completely missing from their manifesto. I don't know whether they have abandoned the cocoa sector. They don't intend to do anything about the cocoa sector. But I didn't see anything on cocoa. And I can tell you, read the manifesto. You won't find anything on cocoa.
Just so
I haven't found anything.
Full copy of the highlights.
Please, you were talking. I was quiet.
I'm sure maybe the highlights.
If you go,
okay.
The manifesto you launch, you have some of them hidden somewhere.
Oh no, please.
No, it says what they said. They dealt with the highlights, but there's the full copy.
Exactly.
Maza.
I have a copy of the highlights and a copy the full one.
You have highlights. You have highlights that doesn't see cocoa as an important highlight.
So you could raise that. You could raise that.
Well, I haven't seen anything on cocoa.
No, I'm saying you could raise that.
Good, but
yes.
you go and read the full document and tell me where the cocoa sector is.
All right.
The other one that I saw is the president the vice president saying that they were aligning import duties and charges to that of Togo. Togo is a free port. And I want the vice president to understand.
Togo is not a free port.
I'm coming. Look, people move their cargo to Togo not because of import duty. The import duty is paid in the country of use. So if somebody is in Togo, is in, say, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and ship goods to Ghana port, he doesn't pay the duty on it. It is transit, we call it transport trade. He will pay the duty in Burkina Faso, Mali,
transit,
or Niger. So how does reducing import duty direct that traffic to Ghana?
I don't understand. Yes,
how does reducing import duty make your port busy by directing cargo meant for Togo, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali to Ghana ports? Because they will not pay the duty here. And they will not pay the duty whether it is in Togo or it's in Cote d'Ivoire. They will not pay the duty there until they get to their country. That is one. So that policy already is not aligned. Second, they don't know that the port, there is a private sector investor, and they are talking PPP. There is a PPP project that led to the development of the Tema port into one of the biggest ports in West Africa. And that the private investor has an agreement with the government of Ghana to operate the port over a number of years and recoup the money. So it is not your port. You can't go and be determining that you are going to abolish the charges there. Because the private sector entity has signed on to an agreement with government.
Honorable.
And that person is going to recoup his money. So those charges are not charges that government is going to determine.
We are not seeking to do anything at the Togo port. So when you're talking about
I'm not talking Togo, I'm talking of MPS. MPS.
Please.
When you were talking, I was quiet.
No, but you're putting out information. You said Togo is duty free. Togo is not duty free.
Okay, it's not duty free.
It is not.
Good. It's not duty free. It is not duty free.
Now
but
you
I'm
have said
saying
that it is not.
It is what?
It is not.
You pay duty there?
Yes, Togo is not duty
free. You don't pay duty in Togo when you are bringing the goods to Ghana.
Oh, please.
Oh,
please.
You are bringing goods to Ghana, you pay at a flower?
So when we say Togo is not duty free.
I'm saying that, what I'm saying is that, listen, what I'm saying is that an importer of Ghanaian origin, Burkinabe origin, a Malian or Nigerian origin does not pay duty in Togo.
So
he pays the duty in Ghana.
Randy, this is what happens.
Oh, will you listen to me?
If
he doesn't want me to talk.
Okay, let him explain what it is.
What is he saying?
Let me say that. Look, if you Ghanaian import goods into Togo, and it is destined for sale in Ghana, he doesn't pay duty in Togo.
No, that is not what we are
the
saying.
Same as a okay, whatever it is, I'm coming.
Yeah. We are
What
talking
I'm
about
saying is
aligning our import duties here such that it is never higher than that of Togo.
The cost of duties in Ghana,
Randy,
will be the same as the cost of duties in
or
Togo.
lower.
Randy,
Or lower.
That is what we are saying.
Because the vice president has said many times that because of that, Ghanaians are moving to Togo with their cargo. Burkinabes and Nigerians are moving their cargo. And when he does that, they will move the cargo to Ghana and increase traffic in Ghana.
Yeah,
and I'm saying
I'm sure he was referring to people who move it there and smuggle it into Ghana.
That is the point.
Not to do it.
No, but smuggle is illegal. Even if at Tema Point.
Yeah, by the time we talk about Togo, we talk about smuggling.
So he's perhaps talking about having a system which will dissuade smuggling.
Exactly. And that is the exact word the vice president used.
So aligning to import duty to Togo. So when you get to Togo, you can't smuggle again.
No.
Well,
I guess the point is that the point he's making is that if people send their goods to Togo and then find a way of smuggling to Ghana because of prohibitive duties at the port, then I would put it at the level of Togo, so that there will be no incentive for anybody to want to take it to Togo and smuggle it into Ghana.
Try to run away
so
from
they'll bring it directly
and all of that.
Randy,
yes.
You believe that if I'll pass it through Togo and smuggle and pay nothing, I'll still bring it here and pay something? Is that what you're saying?
No, Togo, you pay something.
Exactly.
As
That is what we are saying.
Yes, something. You pay
so
something.
it is something that takes you to Togo.
That is what we are saying. It will not be higher than
Will
that.
you let me make my point?
Yes.
That's why you are confusing the point.
Randy, this man doesn't want me to talk.
Okay.
No.
I am saying that the problem is to control your borders.
Okay.
But I'm also saying that they speak as if they have not signed on to an IMF program, where they have locked in those revenues as part of the revenue mobilization strategy within the IMF program. Are they saying that they want to abandon the IMF program?
You see, this is a trick, right?
Are they abandoning the IMF program? Why is this man not wanting me to talk?
Gideon, just
I am saying,
Gideon, just hold on.
You are talking about revenue,
Randy,
and this is very important.
Randy,
It is very important at this point.
Randy, let me talk.
Yes, go on.
You have signed on to an IMF program. You have agreed your revenue measures. You have agreed your fiscal consolidation and other things because of that. You have taken 1.5 billion already on account of that. The IMF, on the basis of that, has sent you $1.5 billion. And it's even getting World Bank to give you money. Then you come and stand there and say that you the one who developed that strategy. Go talk with the IMF. It was approved. And you have subsequently been collecting money. Now you come and tell us that you want to abolish it. How is that possible? That is one.
Okay.
Two, Rami, I also heard that they said they have secured some $2 billion to construct airport in Cape Coast. The IMF program provides a limit on commercial lending to Ghana. 2024, we cannot borrow on any commercial loans. Until 2026, when we will borrow $556 million and increase it by 2027 to about $1 million. Commercial loans, $1 billion. So I don't know how they still think that they can con the people of Cape Coast again. After you went there and told them you were building an airport, you did it. Now you are telling us that you are securing $2 billion at a time that you don't even have that no objection from the IMF to borrow. Who are you deceiving? Randy, gold for oil. They have signed an IMF program that says that they shouldn't do gold for oil. So are they suggesting to us that they want to scam the IMF people? That even though IMF says don't do gold for oil, I will still go ahead and expand it. The very person who went to secure the IMF program said that we're not going to do gold for oil, now says that he will come and expand it. And you think that is a policy that you will deceive the people of Ghana. When you started the gold for oil, go and see the price of fuel. It's almost 16 cedis with your gold for oil. And the IMF says, stop the gold for oil. Randy, he said he will peg the exchange rate of the cedi to the price of gold. Do you know the implication of that?
Andy, that is false.
He says he didn't say that.
Lack of understanding. Lack of understanding. When we say gold-backed currency, it is not the same as pegging
Let me make my point.
The exchange rate to the price of gold.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Randy,
lack of understanding.
Randy, to convert to fully functionally cover for amount of gold you need in our reserves, to provide gold as a standard, or what we call foreign exchange parity, gold parity, you would need to build reserves of about $13 billion in gold in order to cover your M2. Your M2 here is your broad money supply in the country. Okay? That will mean that you have to store gold of about 160,000 metric tons or 160 metric tons here. Do we have that money? Our entire broad money supply is about 208 million as of June. In order to fully cover that, you will need an amount of money that can make you buy gold to the extent of about $13 billion, which is about 160 metric tons. Where are they going to start? Where is the money? Where are they going to get the money to buy that? That is one. Two, we need to also understand that gold-backed programs have not solved the problem of volatility anywhere in the world. In fact, America abandoned it 50 years ago. In our own country, do you know why Ashanti Gold became Anglo Gold Ashanti? It was because of gold volatility. We lost gold fields. Because at the time, when we listed on the New York Stock Exchange, a share of gold of Ashanti Gold Fields was about $20. Because of the volatility in gold prices in 1999 to 2000, the share price came to about less than $2 per share, from 20 to less than $2. And you know why? Because Gold Fields had to sell most of its gold in advance. We call it hedging. And when you hedge, there are margin calls. And Ashanti Gold was on margin calls for about $250 million because the price of gold had tumbled on the world market. The Bank of England,
Honorable, you're confusing the text.
The Bank of England sold almost all its gold reserves at the time, leading to a drop in the price of gold. It's on the basis of that we have to sell Anglo Gold to, what do you call it? We have to sell Ashanti Gold to Anglo Gold. So yes, it is good to build reserves using gold. But the most important thing in managing a currency is liquidity. And we are aware that these were the people who said the fundamentals. Now the fundamentals is no more managing the fundamentals, but finding an artificial exchange rate, which is basically about fixing a certain exchange rate in relation to gold. That is not workable. You should show me one country in the world that still does gold parity in exchange rates.
Okay, right.
One. I haven't finished. Let me come.
Oh,
in a minute.
I listen to you.
Let's finish for me in a minute. We need to go.
Tax amnesty. I had tax amnesty. Around in 2018, we had tax amnesty.
2018?
Yes. 2021, we had tax amnesty. Under the same Bawumia. We have had 2 tax amnesties. If tax amnesty was our solution, why are we still talking about tax amnesty? I sat in Parliament and passed amendment to our tax laws to grant amnesty, which included waiver on penalties and interest costs on those unpaid bills. So it is nothing new. It has not worked, and at best, it is a regular compliance measure used by the GRA. It is not anything new. Again, credit reference bureaus. Credit is not based on anything else other than sustainable income and your payment record. So if you have a very good sustainable income, what it means is that the bank will give you money. So you have to focus on what drives credit, which in this case is sustainable income. Then when the person also go and borrow, is able to get the income to pay. I have not seen a focus on creating sustainable jobs and income. And then you say that you create a credit reference bureau, and because of Ghana card, they will be able to trace people. When you brought Ghana card, you said that loan portfolios in the banking sector was going to jump up. Today, non-performing loans is 21%. At the time they collapsed the banks and talked about non-performing loans, it was 17%. Today, it's 21%. Okay? So this Ghana card and its importance in the management of credit is overflowed. It is a question of managing the economy and making sure that people, when they borrow, they have the capacity to pay.
Right. Okay. So
Andy,
yes.
Randy.
I know the last one.
Okay. So the last one I want to make is that I was expecting them to tell us, having messed up this economy, having created an unsustainable debt portfolio, how are they going to manage the sustainability of our debt going forward? Okay. And not promise to exacerbate the problem. Because you see, you are struggling to raise revenue. Your expenditures are all over the place. You have borrowed to the roof. You can't pay your debt. Now you come and tell us that the revenue measures that you went to agree with the IMF, betting tax, you remove it. E-levy, you remove it. And these are the things you agreed with IMF to anchor your fiscal stabilization. So I don't know whether they have forgotten that somehow they have signed an agreement with the IMF And that IMF program, and somebody will ask, what about NDC? Our flag bearer has signaled that we will cause a review of the IMF program. Because we don't think that that program is nationalistic enough. At best, what was put before the IMF is a desktop review. We want to engage Ghanaians and take Ghanaians along in developing an IMF program which responds to stakeholder interests, but at the same time address the problems that we want to address. That should help us to manage our monetary policy. It should help us to manage our stability of our currency. It should help us to deal with fiscal fiscal consolidation and manage our public debt. We will find solutions to that and not deal with the kind of arrangement that they have put together.